Hello, and good afternoon, everybody. It's DJ, as you can see. Um, Today we're gonna do a class on what it means to be a good friend, or how to be a good friend. Um, it's it's a good thing to know. I'm not saying that anybody here is a bad friend, but sometimes it's good to know what makes a good friend, or if you're struggling ever to find a friend, or you don't feel like you have the best of friends, and you're looking for a new friend. Well, it's kind of a two-part system. It's a two-way street, as they say. Is you need to be a good friend as well as looking for the right qualities in somebody else, but they're a good friend. And so I looked up something to see how you can tell, and how you can tell if you're being a good friend. And actually, reading over some of the stuff, I realized there's things that I should change about myself. I'm not always the best friend to my friends either, and we can always do better. So I'm going to go over with you, and this is from WebMD, so the medical doctor, just about how to be a good friend. And again, this will teach you maybe something about yourself, and also about your friends, and if they are, and what we can change, and maybe what we could discuss with our friends. If sometimes you feel like maybe they're not being the best friend, you could say, hey, well, I learned of this new thing, and I'd kind of like us to try it out, because I feel we're lacking or whatever there is. But, like I said, it's all up to you if it's something that's useful or if it's something that isn't as useful to you. But I think it's useful. I think everybody needs friends and can do better in their friendships. So, how to be a good friend. So it says having friendships in your life gives you a sense of belonging, so you belong somewhere. It reduces stress, boosts your confidence, helps you through tough times, and makes it easier to avoid unhealthy lifestyles. Scientifically, adults with robust friend networks are less likely to have mental health issues, high blood pressure, and increased body mass indexes. So basically, you'll be in better shape, is what they say. Older adults who have a lot of friends are also more likely to live longer. Well, that's good to know. That's kind of funny because a recipe for fried chicken just popped up on the computer. It's like, oh, I see you want to live a long time. I'll eat some of this fried chicken. Now all sorts of recipes are popping up on my computer. I don't want any of these. My goodness. Sorry about that. However, do you cultivate those strong friendships? So, let's find out. So, the quality of a good friend, it says the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle wrote extensively about what friends are, what makes good friends, and much more. He even said that between friends there's a particular type of love. And however, he essentially said that good friends have sympathy and mutual caring between each other. This can mean sharing emotions through empathy and helping a friend in need. And so Aristotle, the types of love that he referred to, I think he wrote the Symposium. Or is that Plato? It might have been Plato. But there's eros, philia, and agape. So those are the three different types of love. But the one that he is considering, I think it's agape. No, there's like love of God, the love that you have in a romantic relationship, and then there's philia, I think it is, like, which is family, friends, and community, things like that. That love is what he's talking about. But there are different types of love that people have. So in practice, this can look like, so this is how friendships can develop and stay strong. So feeling good. Good friends say nice things to each other. Not mean things. No bullying. They lift each other up and give compliments. So not only should you feel good about yourself, but you should also help your friends feel good. And you can do this with just people anyway. People like compliments. Say, hey, you look nice today. Well, I don't know. I always feel weird with that one. But say thank you for helping me with that, or you did a great job on, say somebody's speaking somewhere and you did a wonderful job. Just let people know so they feel recognized. Supporting each other. In sad moments when your friend feels down or blue, a good friend thing to do is to help them feel better. Yeah, so if you can tell your friends down, they're not doing too good, or you find something out that is kind of tough that they're going through, it's good to support them. Let them know that you're there for them, at least just to listen. I think that can be one of the most important things that anybody can do. Pardon me. And the next one is love the differences. There is no possible way that your friends will have all the same interests or hobbies as you. It's true. Even if you and your friends' interests do not line up, remain open. So, like, we all read different books. Some people like sports, some people like games, some people like, I don't know, it could be anything. Reading, writing, But maybe you don't like all of them, but give it a try because they're your friend. Say, since it's you, yeah. Try out your friend's interests, that's what they're saying, and see if you like them too. If you don't, understand that good friends encourage each other, even in their separate interests. Be a good listener. Be sure to listen and not interrupt your friend. In a healthy relationship, both parties are interested in what the other has to say. That is very important. Really, just sometimes listening to your friend can be the most important thing that you can do. Just say, I'm here to listen, and not interrupt them. Not say, hey, I want to talk. Sometimes it's best to listen. At other times, though, you can't let your friend railroad you either and talk over. But that's why a good friendship, both of you give equal time to talk to each other. Be a trustworthy friend. That's very important. Good friends are not judgmental, and they keep private information confidential. Right, so your friend tells you something in confidence, which basically is just, hey, this is just between us, right? That doesn't mean that you go off and tell other people. Now, that can be a tricky thing. Pardon me. Only because you gotta be careful if somebody's in a friendship or in a relationship, they might tell their boyfriend or girlfriend, and almost certainly their husband or wife. That's one thing that my mom taught me a long time ago, which I didn't know. Of course, it made me not tell her as much. But I told her something in confidence, and she went and told my stepfather. And I was like, I told just you. He's not supposed to know about this. How many people did he tell? And she's like, no, that's just between us. But anything you tell me, you should assume that he knows already. But I don't do that as much. I don't tell my wife everything that my friends tell me, because it's not really her business. If they want to tell her, they can tell her. Anyway, but be trustworthy. Maintain respect and respectful boundaries. If you're friends with someone for long enough, there's sure to be issues that arise. That's going to happen. People fight. Perhaps you will do or say something that will upset your friend, or maybe they have done something that upsets you. Either way, close friends can candidly talk about these things and work through their issues. You're not going to agree with your friends 100% of the time. There are going to be times that you're going to argue. That's just the truth of the thing. But be willing to go through that with them. Sorry. I guess I needed more sleep last night. Give them your time. Making a close connection takes time. Takes work and time. By giving your friends time regularly, I apologize, you let them into your life. Perhaps at first it may feel awkward, but more and more you both will feel comfortable. And this next part I think is the most important part. Unfortunately, I cut off here, so I'm going to read it off my phone. Reciprocal connection. That means it's between both of you. So being a good friend doesn't just mean listening to your friend or vice versa. Strong friendships are mutual. Both of you. No one person should be dominant. Again, you should both make each other feel good and lift each other up. That's very important to make sure that it's a reciprocal relationship. It's not all about you all the time. It's about both of you. and make sure that you're giving your friend that time. And you don't need to dominate in a friendship. It should be reciprocal. Create a community. While certain friendship connections can feel special, like having a best friend, it's always a great thing to have more than one friend in your life. Having a few good friends can widen your perspective on life, give you different types of friendships, and increase your support. And that's true too. Sometimes people want to keep a friend and they don't want to share their friend. That's never really a good thing. Um, if that person's a good friend, you should definitely share that friendship with your other friends and enjoy it. Quality over quantity. So while having a community is essential, you can feel pressure to have lots of friends in this modern age of social media followers. However, resist this pressure. It is more important to have quality and close connections to fewer people than many superficial friend connections. And that's true too. A lot of people do think that people that friend them online or something like that, that those are solid friendships. They're really not. They're kind of superficial. And it's better to really focus on what a good friend is and your good friend that you know is a good friend. So it's good to have a lot of friends. I mean, it can be. But it's better to have quality friendships where you know that person won't um, you know, won't give up your time and has followed all of these. And then it also says let it go when it's time. It is important to cherish your good friends. If problems arrive, let your friend know how much you care about them and want to hear them out. Then try and work through the difficulties. This can offer you both a chance to connect and grow in your relationship. However, sometimes people grow apart. Good friends develop long-lasting mutual respect and understanding. They understand that occasionally certain friendships do not fit into certain phases of life. Truly appreciating your friend means that you support them even when they need space from you. Although it hurts, let them go if that's what they need. Give them the chance to grow and expand into a fuller version of themselves. And I've been through that many times. And it has helped. But there have been friends of mine where I have to walk away from them. I have to say, based on the path that they decided to choose, which was far away from the path that I was choosing, I said, right now, it's best that we aren't friends. And the great thing is now we're very good friends again with a lot of my friends. Actually, it's kind of ended up that way, that we kind of drift apart and then you come back together and you really see like a lot of things change over time, and you have to give it that time. So that's an important thing. Anyway, I thought this would be helpful about how to be a good friend. Not that you're not already, but maybe this will help strengthen your relationships that you already have. Anyway, ciao, y'all. I'll talk to you later. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me at any time. Okay, bye.